Terrible things have happened this morning. I couldn't even get out of bed without hearing some terrible news. Excuse my hair, it's in its Luke Skywalker stage. I was going to do a video. I have so many videos to do right now. I need to talk about the Barbenheimer success and what it means for Hollywood. I need to talk about the writer's strike update. So many things to talk about. But this morning I saw something that I couldn't get out of my head, and it just drove me crazy. Gal Gadot has said that after Wonder Woman 3 was taken out of development, that now, apparently according to her, it is being put back into development with James Gunn. This drives me insane. So as you guys might know, I was not a fan of James Gunn taking over DC when he first took over DC. But then when he let go of Henry Cavill and it seemed like he was going to let go of all the original DCEU cast, I was actually all for it. Why? Because everything about DC movies comes with baggage. There is not one franchise within the franchise, not one character and actor performance that hasn't been tainted in some way, and like Gal Gadot being no exception. So I was just so happy that all of this baggage was going to go away and we were going to move on and we were going to finally get something fresh, which honestly was the only way I was going to really invest in things that were new for DC. I just wanted all the original stuff and all the confusing continuity gone. But apparently that's not the case. James Gunn is trying to have his cake and eat it too. He's already confirmed that, in a very confusing way, that while the former movies of the DCEU aren't canon, like his Suicide Squad isn't going to be canon, the characters in the former DCEU can be. Like Peacemaker's already been confirmed, or Amanda Waller, and now apparently Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. And I just don't understand this, because it's like he already kneecapped those last movies, saying that they're not going to be canon, they don't matter, and that has led to this year being the biggest disaster for DC, where all of the movies are bombing very spectacularly. But he said that The Flash was going to be the big reset, and it wasn't. There was absolutely nothing in that movie that confirms what the new DCEU is. And so we're going on in these new movies where we've got Blue Beetle, we've got Superman, and there's going to be some different castings of different characters, but then some castings are remaining the same, and it's like, but that's exactly what you were doing before, where you were trying to have your cake and eat it too, by how you would, get rid of Henry Cavill's Superman and just, have him portrayed in cameos where his head would be cut off or something, and we never knew which character was canon, what storyline was canon, because it would constantly be changing. And that's exactly what's happening now, where we're just limping along in this zombified universe. I always call it zombified because that's what it is, and we can never escape the DCEU. We always have to be trapped in it. Like I said, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman is as tainted as any other character in this universe, because everyone liked the first Wonder Woman and everyone liked her performance there. But then we got to Wonder Woman 1984, where not only was it a horrible movie, but Patty Jenkins thought it would be a great idea to have Wonder Woman sexually assault a guy, which is even worse when you consider that Wonder Woman is supposed to be the ultimate icon for girls everywhere, the ultimate role model, and you had her do that. So that tainted the character, that tainted her franchise. Who is going to want to see a Wonder Woman movie with her now? But also, we've seen, I don't know how they mustered out a good performance out of Gal Gadot for the first Wonder Woman, because in everything else I've seen her in, it's just terrible acting. Like, there's no even hiding it. She is just a terrible actress, and she's got no excuse for it. She has the money and the resources to learn from the best acting coaches, but she always comes off terrible, even in the commercial promotions I've seen her do. And while almost everyone from DC has their little group of supporters, not Jared Leto or Ezra Miller, of course, but Ray Fisher and Jason Momoa and Henry Cavill and Margot Robbie, of course, they all have their staunch supporters that don't want them to go away. Gal Gadot does not. Like, I saw the comments under all the reports of her coming back. They were all negative, saying that she should not come back. They don't want her to come back, which is amazing for DC, which usually there's lots of shills defending everyone. It is crazy how Gal Gadot changed from one of the most respected casting of characters in DC or superhero movies ever, and now has become this person that nobody's defending, nobody wants to see anywhere. It's just ridiculous to me, and I don't know why you would do this. But this makes me, like I was saying, I don't want to go forward with this DC stuff anymore. I don't think that James Gunn is doing a good job at this. He kneecapped all of the movies this year once again, and it's just been a complete mess. And now it seems like he's trying to compensate the actors that he kind of offed with his management skills by giving them this new stuff. Like Blue Beetle's gonna still stick around after he kneecapped that movie. But what you should have done in the first place, you shouldn't have announced the reboot before these movies had to come out. But when you announced the reboot, you had to commit to it. It has to be a full reboot that gets rid of all this stuff. And now we've gone through 10 years already of just DC insanity, and now we're going to go through another 10 years. And I don't want any part of it, honestly. I only really care about Batman. I don't care about this new Superman movie that he's doing, honestly. And here's the thing with people defending James Gunn as a CEO. You may like his films of Guardians of the Galaxy. That doesn't mean that he has any experience or skill as a CEO. And after years and years of seeing DC fumble and make these stupid decisions with their properties, how do you know that the higher-ups at WB hiring James Gunn to be the CEO of this universe wasn't just another one of those ideas? Like, he doesn't seem to really know what anyone wants besides himself. Like when he was talking about the video games they're going to be doing, he brought up a crypto video game. Many of the characters in Superman Legacy are going to be some D-listers, because what James Gunn has said before, that really what interests him about this universe is the D-list characters that he can mix with. Rumor is he's planning a Wonder Twins movie. He's going to do race-bent Helena Bertinelli Huntress movie, which makes no sense because she was already a dark-skinned Italian, so I don't know why you would make her Asian. But he's interested in things that I don't think most of the audience is these D-list characters, and he's gonna make DC his own sandbox for as long as he wants it to. And you know, I'm out. I'll pay attention to the Batman stuff, but this other stuff, as long as James Gunn is involved, I'm not interested because he's not fixing anything. It's just more of the same. And last but not least, what I see with this box office when the biggest talked of films of the year are not the superhero movies, not Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, not even Across the Spider-Verse, generated as much talk as the Barbie movie or even Oppenheimer, a 3-hour R-rated biopic by Christopher Nolan. Barbie and Oppenheimer are the big films that are getting all the talk this year, and that tells me that people really want anything other than superhero movies. Not that there won't be superhero movies that are successful, like Spider-Man and Batman, but it is not the go-to. The superhero train has left the station, so to speak. It is not the main thing anymore, especially with all these bad movies that they've been putting out. People are looking for just anything else. So I don't think anyone is interested in another shared universe for DC. Their 55,000th attempt to get a shared universe. So that's my opinion on it. Scream at me in the comments if you disagree, or if you agree with me, please like and subscribe. You can support me on Patreon if you like all my videos. It costs only $5 to sign up. And I will see you guys next time.